single, praise the Lord. Oh, single, praise the Lord. What about you? My name is go depend. He knows my name. My name is there. He knows my name. Bello, 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 bello.
Alright guys, good afternoon, welcome back to the segment. As usual, back to let you know what is happening with the Super Eagles. The morale is high, the tempo is very massive. The boys are returning home in high spirit, and that is what we love to see. Definitely there's no telling that this morale, this ginger that they are bringing home is going to help them, get the result, push to get the result against Zimbabwe. And as you saw, in the video, in the introduction, obviously our boys have now started heading back home. They've now boarded a plane. That's a Value Jet, which is the official flights for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the official plane company that is sponsoring the Super Eagles. So obviously they will be doing everything, from carrying our players from home to destination, or from destination to away countries, whether we play in the game. So it's really very nice and convenient. And speaking about coming home to play this game, our opponents are already in Nigeria as we speak right now. They've now landed Lagos, according to the report. In the last couple of minutes they landed Lagos, and they've now boarded a plane heading to Uyo, where they will be playing that game at the Gospel Pabio Stadium. So these guys mean business. They are out for business, which is why they've now decided to come on time. They decided to come early and even wait for us, we have our home. We are not even in our home. Then the visitors are already, at home waiting for us to come back. That's really strange. It shows you that these guys are, they have a plan. They are not about to come and just dash us 3 points. They are not about to come and just relax and just play anyhow and take anything that comes out of it. Yes, they know the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They know the caliber of players that they will face on Tuesday. They know the Victor Osimhen. They know the Ademola Lookman, the current African Best Player of the Year. They know everybody. They've done their research. They've been doing trainings, and as I said in the previous video, they've been talking tough. I think he was their captain or one of their players that came out to say that he believes, not that he believes actually, but that the team believes that they can come to our home to get 3 points. And this is some very bold talk, very bold statement coming out from their camp. And obviously they know that they have to put in the work, which I think they've started already, and they want to be here on time to to complete the final rounds of trainings before they go out on Tuesday to play us. So this is what is happening right now, and this is the more reason why we cannot take these guys for granted. We cannot blink an eye on these guys. Remember, they played a game against Benin Republic, and Benin Republic, in all the squad that they have, in all Jonathan Ross' experience, he couldn't get a victory out of these Zimbabweans. He couldn't defeat them, and they played at a 2-2 draw. So this shows you how difficult it is to actually play these guys. So they'll be coming now with the hope that they can do a little bit, they can do something a little bit extra to get the results, coming from a 2-2 draw against Benin Republic, who, as a matter of fact, has beaten us in this World Cup qualifying series. That was back in I think around March or so of last year. So this is what is happening. And also on Tuesday, a very important fixture will also take place. Just as Nigeria Super Eagles is playing Benin Republic on one side, we also have South Africa, the guys that are topping the group right now with 10 points. They will also be playing on another side, Benin Republic. So while we are playing our game, they are playing their games as well. And right now, the hope is that Benin Republic and Coach General Raw can help us, slow down South Africa, because there seems to be cruising right now with 10 points. If they can, maybe draw that game or even defeat South Africa, I think the best alternative is for them to draw, because even if Benin Republic wins the game, that means they are also gaining 3 points. That will be pushing them further up the table. this is, the situation right now. But for us, we have to concentrate on ourselves right now and deliver this result on Tuesday. So the guys will hopefully, land any moment, in a couple of hours. I think from Rwanda to Lagos should be anywhere between 5 hours to 8 hours. So this is 5 hours, maximum hours, 8 hours for them to get here in Lagos and then take that trip again to Uyo. So by the end of today, we expect them to land in camp, and then of course I'll be giving you a lot of talks coming out from the camp. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. But guys, aside from that, there's been a couple of events happening around our team. Of course, after that game, the captain himself, Troost-Ekong, came out to dedicate the victory to Stanley Nwabali because of the hard time that he's been passing through in the last couple of months. I've said that many times here. Stanley Nwabali, deserves extra credit because of how he's been able to, comport himself and give us that great performance last night. He's been through a lot, having had to deal with the loss of his dad and his mom, all of which happened within the space of, I think, 2 months. I think less than 2 months, he lost both of his parents. So that was a very, very, serious emotional trauma for him. But the captain is dedicating the victory, to Stanley Nwabali, and has heaped a lot of praises on him for being a very, very top professional and performing the way that he did to get them that victory yesterday. But he will definitely still be counted on, of course, as a head for this Tuesday game, because obviously we know that it's going to be as difficult as Rwanda, maybe even much more difficult than the Rwandan game on Tuesday. So that's what's currently happening, and Tolu Arokodare has now come out to give the reason why he actually cried after making his debut for the Spikes of Nigeria. Of course, if you follow the channel, I posted it on the shorts section of it. Tolu Arokodare broke down in tears after he made that appearance right in the dressing room after the game. Victor Boniface was the man that found him out, discovered that he was crying and had to intervene and things like that. But Tolu has come out to say that the reason why he cried was obviously because he made appearance for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, which is a big dream of his, not just for him but also his father, his family members. He said especially his dad, who has really invested his life, in trying to help Tolu Arokodare in his footballing career. But Arokodare also talked about Victor Osimhen and the fact that Victor Osimhen has been a very, very good big brother to him, obviously that he helped him through his football, development, and of course his ambition to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That is like the relationship that these guys have. A lot of people may not know that, Tolu and Victor Osimhen has these kinds of relationship, but now that he has come out to say it, we now know the influence that Victor Osimhen has. His influence is really massive. It would surprise a lot of us how influential Osimhen is, at the national team. Is someone that, the way to even describe Victor Osimhen is that he's a favored child. Let me just put it like that. He's someone that God has favored, and one thing with when God favors you, nobody can take it away from you. Even if people don't like you, you're still going to be shining. People will be forced to be loving you, to be liking you. That's how it is. And if you want to succeed at the national team, you have to make sure that Victor Osimhen is happy and plays with his mind for you. That is the kind of blessing that God has given him. And we've seen that in the previous time, when you don't make Osimhen happy, or when you kind of have issue or rifts with him, then that's the beginning of your problems. We saw that with Coach Finidi. He had some sort of issues, clash of egos and things like that, and putting Osimhen under the bus when Osimhen, didn't come for the match, and Finidi said that he was doing guy, while in reality Osimhen actually had an injury and things like that. So he had issues with Osimhen, and we saw the whole story. He didn't even last for, I think, 2 months before he was fired. So every country or every national team has this kind of players who, God has given that favor to, like pioneer the team. Ronaldo, for Portugal, Messi for Argentina, and things like that. So this is basically the kind of influence that Victor Osimhen had, not just on Tolu Arokodare, but on a lot of the players coming up, and even some of the Super Eagles hopefuls who are like in the UK hoping to play for the Super Eagles one day. We've seen that with Troost-Ekong. I covered it here as well. Had conversation with Victor Osimhen after that Galatasaray versus Ajax match. That was a few months ago. So he talked about what Chuba was actually asking Osimhen about Super Eagles and what he could do to make the call up. So this is the kind of influence that he has, and Osimhen is a really humble guy. He likes to help a lot. He likes to give 100%. He's not proud. Yes, I can say that he's not proud. And of course, he's a young man. He has a lot of money. God has blessed him. So sometimes you might look at maybe his dressing and how he acts sometimes and say that maybe he's proud. But people that have met Osimhen can tell you that he's not proud. He's always someone that is willing to help, and that is a fact. So without long story, let me just end it here. And of course, if I have to attach any video clips that I feel that you've not watched here, concerning the camp and everything that's going on, I'll attach it, at the end of my speaking. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. More updates coming soon.